Hey guys, in this video I'll be explaining how to create a global alias for all your heads-up opponents. After we go through the process in this video, we'll be able to use the Hold'em hand range visualizer to see what our average opponent does as opposed to just a single player. So let's get right into it. First thing we want to do is to back up our database. So go to database, database management, and backup. These settings should be fine. Click backup now to the location and name your file. Basically the reason we're doing this is in case anything goes wrong and we lose data, then we can simply use this backup file to restore all our data. So it's important that we do this just in case. It shouldn't take too long. Yes, alright. So once that's complete, the next thing we want to do is to export all our heads-up hands. So go to database, export hands. Go to advanced, cash or tournament depending on what you're doing. I play heads-up sit and goes, so tournament for me. What you're going to want to choose in this window depends on what you want to analyze. In my case, I just want to analyze everything I play in the $15 hyper turbo speeds. So I'll just click this and that should be fine for me. I only play on one site. I want all my games from all the days I've played. I don't play Omaha, so I don't need to select a game type. And that should be it for me, but it depends on what you want to analyze, so choose carefully here so that you're limiting the data to only the things that you want analyzed. Once you've selected everything that needs to be, click on export hands and choose a location. Okay, and this shouldn't take that long either, I believe. I'm just going to wait it out. I can just talk about what to do next. Next thing we're going to want to do is to create a new database other than the one we normally use. And we're going to want to import all these hands that we've exported into it. So then we're going to have a new database which only contains the types of hands that we want, namely heads-up hands. Because when there's anything other than that, including observed hands where we watch two other players play, and so yeah, two players that one of or neither of which is us are playing, anything like that is going to mess up this whole process. So it's important to make sure that no such hands are in this new database that we're creating. This is taking a little bit longer than I thought it would, so I'm going to pause the video and continue it once the export is complete. Okay, once the export is complete, next thing we're going to want to do is create a new database like I was talking about. So go database, database management, and new. You can just leave the name as it is, or actually I'm going to name it global. Click create, and we're going to import all the hands we just exported into this new database. To do that, first we have to select it and then click set active. Shouldn't take long. Alright, and so that's done. Click close. Now go to Play Poker and get hands from disk and select directory. I saved my exported hands to my desktop, so here it is. Select it, click OK, and this might take a while again. It it looks like. So I'm going to pause the video again and start once it's complete. Okay, once the import is complete, we're going to open a new program called PostgreSQL. So type in pgadmin, and this pgadmin3 is the program that we want. So open this. This is the program that basically organizes all the data within PokerTracker. And we're going to do a little bit of hacking. So double click on PostgreSQL, then on databases, and then this new database that we just created, it has the date on it if you didn't change the database name. So double click that, schemas, public, tables, and then right click on player, view data, view all rows. Alright, and here we're going to want to note two things. The first is your player name, mine's right here, is going to be either 1 or 2, and you want to note which one it is. In my case right here you can see that it's 2. So take note of that, and also scroll all the way to the bottom, and you want to note the last player, in my case Juan Manu 720, and his player ID 2192. And first go back to PokerTracker, go to the Hold'em hand range visualizer, and choose the player name that was at the bottom. So in my case it was Juan Manu 720. If you don't have them in this list, just click choose new player and find them there. So select that player. If you don't do this, it can cause problems later, so just do it. And go back to the pgadmin screen, and now we want to use a little bit of code to do some hacking. So I'm going to leave this code right here in the description of the video so you can copy and paste it. But it's not quite ready to use. We need to make some changes. The first change is you want to switch all the 1446 that you see with the number of the last player in this list that you found. So in my case it's 2192, so I'm going to put 2192. And replace all. I'm using Minipad, maybe you don't have that, but you can use Word or Notepad or any text editing program. It normally has the replace function. So. Alright, and then the next thing we want to change is if you're not number 1, if your player ID next to your player name was not 1, like it was for me, in my case it was 2, then we want to change that as well. What we want to change is this not equal to space 1. We want to change all of those to not equal to space 2. I'm going to click replace all. Alright, now our code is ready to be used. So you just copy all of it and go back to pgadmin, not this one, but the main screen, and click on this little icon that says execute arbitrary SQL queries. For this new screen, we're going to paste our code here, and then click this little green icon that says execute query. Once you click it, it's going to take a short while. It's making changes to our data. What this will do for us, well, yeah, it's just basically changing the format of the data so that all the players will be organized as a single player. Query is still running. I think this shouldn't take that long. Alright, query returned successfully. All these rows affected. So you shouldn't have any errors here. If you have an error here, then that means you did something wrong. If it looks like this, then it should be good. So now we can just go back to PokerTracker and just select the same name again of this player. Then you should get this message. This player is Alias under the name. Just click OK. And then now we should be able to use these stats for all our villains and not a single player. All these stats you can change yourself by clicking this little wrench icon, adding them, deleting them, and yeah, these stats and these filters are what enable us to see what the average opponent is doing. So, enjoy using it.